Welcome to Rusty Gold Racing's Rusty Gold Upgrades. H4 headlight upgrade and turn signal installation, part 1.
Today we'll be installing these headlights on the 65 Ford Ranchero. But first, we have to build a table, because that's what happens when you use your grandma's garage for your tools. First, open all the boxes. Look at all those pieces. Now we make all this look something a little bit like that. Perfect.
Now that that's done, we can get into installing these headlights. So we got a 7-inch headlight with turn signal built in, nicely packaged, instructions online. Let's check it out. No instructions online. Alright, let's figure this out. We got a positive and negative for the turn signal. That's easy. H4 bulb. That's easy. It's going to plug right into our old harness. And we'll do a quick bench test on these turn signals before we go to install them. These are the old headlights which we'll be replacing. They're sealed beam, high beam, low beam, off. They're fine. They've been on the truck for 10 years, maybe longer. So it's time to take them off. Let's start by removing these 3 screws. You may have to readjust your bumper to reach the lower one. Really easy. Take the 3 screws out on the other side, and that'll come off as well. Then you have 3 screws on this retaining ring, which you do not have to take out all the way. Just loosen them up and shake around, wiggle around, and you'll get that ring off. Then just unplug your headlight and you're ready for the new one. Out with the old, in with the new. We'll have to make some creative wiring here though. Quick test fit. Looks good. Let's get under the hood, find that original wiring for the turn signal. You can come through the radiator support here. There it is. This is not how the turn signals work, so don't wire it like this. This was not correct. We'll figure out why later, but don't wire it this way. You will have to cut some wiring for this though, so you mock it up, find out how long your wire is going to need to be, and we'll go ahead and let's do that wiring. So this is not going to be the best wiring job. I'm just kind of twisting it together and taping it for now to make sure everything works.
Only the finest electrical tape for this fine automobile.
We wanted to get the turn signals functioning on this car, so while it's not a beautiful wiring job, it does work. It will work. Eventually.
Alright, if you have a battery sitting around, you can test it out. This is actually the same plug here. Then
I do like testing things before I put them on the car, just to eliminate some things from troubleshooting later on.
that's one ready to go. So, on the driver's side, there's a little hole back here. On the passenger side, there's a bracket in the way. There's no hole for the wire to come out of, So we're going to have to come up over the top and under this bracket into the radiator support there. So the second harness is going to have to be a bit longer.
Again, this is just temporary, not recommended for long-term use. We will be soldering the wires together and properly weatherproofing them in a future video.
Do not do this. This is a bad idea.
Yes, hooking a red wire up to a black wire is never a good idea.
Put a little tape here to hold it together as I go. Basically like a tack weld for tape. Now we have our two harnesses. Let's go try it on the car. First we're going to fish this one through.
Well, this harness turned out looking pretty clean. We soon find out it
Here.
did not work. I decided this is how it should be wired for some reason.
Here.
No schematics, no wiring diagrams, no testing
Good.
the wires. It just felt right.
This
But it
end
wasn't.
just goes right into the headlight. Right there. And of course your headlight bulb, just plug that in. This guy tucked back in here, lining up the indents here. Of course, you need to line your ring up with your screws here. Always fun. One there, one there. There it is.
Since the headlight is working, we'll consider this a win and move on to the other side. We'll work on the wiring in a later episode.
Okay, this side's gonna be a little trickier.
Because the hole is on the wrong side, I had to unscrew the headlight adjuster all the way to get my harness through.
All the way out.
Depending on how you wire it, you might not have to do this.
There we go. On the bottoms. That plugged in there. These guys down.
Reinstall the headlight rings and your headlights are good to go. In the next episode, we'll be tracking down why the turn signals do not work, and we'll be installing some new parts to the Ranchero. Thanks for watching Rusty Gold Racing, and keep it rusty out there.